Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic Pro podcast. Welcome to something that's going to turn into a... excuse me. No, something that's not going to turn into that. Something that's going to turn into a monthly occurrence. I want to do... So one for WrestleCrate and then one for Pro Wrestling Crate or whatever it's called. Like every other month. There's another one that I found online. So anyways, today I'm going to be sort of showing you what... I don't know whether it's the same for everyone or if it's, different for everyone like every month. But what I got for the WrestleCrate July 2025 box, shall we say? For those of you that don't know what WrestleCrate is, I don't know whether or not it's just exclusive to the UK, but it is called WrestleCrate UK. It's a monthly subscription thing where it comes like in a box like this, and it basically comes with like a load of like wrestling merchandise sort of type of stuff, from like shirt to like shirts, hats, posters, and what have you, as well as little mini pin badges as well. So yeah, anyways, let's open it up. I have already looked inside, so I do know what's in it. But when I get August's one, so this month's WrestleCrate, I'll do it as like a thing. So I'll come live whilst I'm unboxing it. I don't actually know when I'm getting it delivered, but yeah, so I can't do that. So yeah, got an ECW Extreme Wrestling like baseball cap. I've never really been, well, I say I've never really, I went through a phase, if you want to call it that, when I was like 6 to about 9, I'd say, where literally I was always, wearing like baseball caps and everything. Yeah, like like I'd never not wear them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, got an ECW Extreme Wrestling hat, which I think is quite cool because I don't actually own anything ECW or anything. I've never really been like a collector, sort of, so to speak, of like wrestling stuff or like of anything really. But yeah, this is literally the first and only piece of ECW thing that I actually own. I might have like a couple of like magazines, but or like programs or whatever. Like I think I've got a Just Incredible program thing or whatever from like the mid to late 90s from ECW. But yeah, I've got a fucking great big pile on like my set of drawers behind me of like a load of like wrestling magazines and everything. Let's go on to the shirt now. So yeah, shirt was a CM Punk Life shirt. Let me sort of come back a bit. Yeah, so like a CM Punk Life shirt. which I think this was the one that he come back with for a match recently, but I think he did it when him, Doc Gallows, and Serena D were doing the whole like unset. What were they fucking called? What were they known as? The Straight Edge Society. That was it. So like, I think you had something similar then. So yeah, and then I've got the Big Book of Wrestling Puzzles. There's a lot of British wrestling stuff in there as well, like current British wrestling stuff in here. So there's like crosswords, anagrams. Anagrams. So hang on. So like the anagrams are NXT champions, NXT Women's Champions, Royal Rumble winners, and that's it for the anagrams. And then there are crosswords of WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 20. WrestleMania 21 to WrestleMania XL. So that was WrestleMania 40 XL? Yeah, 40. No. Yeah, 40. Yeah. The Bullet Club. I'll be pretty good at that, I think. AJ Styles. Wrestling with Numbers. Tag teams. Word searches of 2025 Men's Royal Rumble entrants. 2025 Women's Royal Rumble entrants. Classic British Wrestling. The Rise Wrestling roster, so Rise Underground Pro Wrestling. TNT Extreme Wrestling roster, so another British wrestling company. Pro Wrestling Eve roster, so they are a women's-based promotion based here in the UK. A quiz of Shawn Michaels, in quotations, Mr. WrestleMania. A quiz about The Rock. And then I believe these are the answers for stuff at the back. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. And now for some posters, if you want to call them that, or graphics, whatever. I'll get them out the fucking box. So, yeah, signed posters. I imagine they'd probably be printouts. If they are like legitimate ones, then, you know, it makes it even fucking better. Got one of former AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and he's better than you, and you fucking know it. So, speaking of the devil, Mr. WrestleMania Shawn Michaels, got one of him. I think this was a like a headline thing, if you want to call it that, for the box. Like one of like the main items that you get in the box. One of Pro Wrestling Noah's, like a Pro Wrestling Noah star, Jack Morris. I think Jack Morris is severely underrated. I think he's fucking fantastic. Again, you've got British wrestling sensation at the minute, current member of the Too Sweet Bullet Club, Mr. Robbie X, BWR, Rev Pro, I believe Progress as well, MGW, Sensation. Got a landscape one of Mustafa Ali, which I think is good. One of former NXT and NXT superstar, former member of British Strong Style, alongside Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, as well as the Liverpudlian, the one and only Harley Hudson. I've actually shared a ring with Harley Hudson. For those of you that don't know, I referee wrestling throughout England, throughout various companies. And yeah, Harley Hudson has recently signed with TNA, and I have been fortunate enough to actually share the ring and referee a match of Harley Hudson's for a show up in Leeds about 2.5 years back. Who did she face? Tracy, I think it was, from WAW, or Bellatrix, as the women's side of things is known. So yeah, that is good posters, like in my opinion. And then got a shoot interview with WWE Hall of Famer Scott Steiner. So I think I just need to like scan the QR code to be able to like watch the full thing. So Scott Steiner shoot interview as part of your WrestleCrate subscription. Enjoy this shoot interview with wrestling legend Scott Steiner, obviously former multi-time WCW World Tag Team Champion. There's also a link down here, so I don't know if the shoot interview's private on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, there's a QR code on it that I can just scan and it'll play. And yeah, so I've also got like a couple of little mini pin badges. So originally, I think it was this one. When I first opened it, I genuinely thought that this was like a Pikachu pin badge, and yeah, so it's like a little mini keyring thing, and yeah, because of like the color of like the face, is like a similar sort of color to what Pikachu is from Pokemon, and yeah. So and then I've got another one. So I think these are. So yeah, I think these are probably Triple H. I'm like there's another one here, like Triple H. Would you say that one is? And then because there is a list of things on it that comes in it. That hang on, get the fucking thing out. Ooh. Yep. But it doesn't actually specify who the things are. But my best bet would probably say that this one's Stone Cold Steve Austin because of the beers that he's thrown over his head, and then this one because of the helmet thing and the bowls of water, I'd say is Triple H. So yeah, I don't know, Steve Paulston pin badge. Whoever the fuck Steve Paulston is. I don't know that's the maker of it, but yeah, like they look like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. So yeah, and then finally, a couple of WrestleCrate exclusive pins. So again, I think this like pink, purple, sort of pinky purple, not flavored, fucking coloured cat is of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I can't really guess who the fuck this one actually is of. This one. So yeah. All in all, it's not a bad little box in all fairness. The only reason why I've got so many posters is because I may have used the promo code to get some more posters in the box. So fucking dickhead falling off the fucking desk. Oh Christ. So yeah, really good box, I think. So yeah, I've got a poster in there of when I went to World of Sport Wrestling last year and got invited to go out there to Norwich Epic Studios. Fozzy playing there next February, at Epic Studios in Norwich here in Norfolk. So yeah, I got invited to attend that by a couple of the guys wrestling on it. So yeah, not gonna lie, I think this is like a really good box. As I say, CM Punk Live shirt, which I think looks quite good. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of CM Punk, but yeah, I will definitely have a crack at this wrestling puzzle. So it's called the Big Book of Wrestling Puzzles. So yeah, and then obviously got autograph signed things of former AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. He's better than you, and you know it. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Pro Wrestling Noah's Jack Morris, who I said a bit earlier on, I personally think is massively underrated and should be a much bigger star than what he actually is. British wrestling sensation in a minute, current member of the Bullet Club, Robbie X. A landscape one of former WWE star and former X Division champion in TNA, Mustafa Ali. Former NXT and NXT UK star and former NXT and NXT UK tag team champion. Former member of British Strong Style with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate of Trent Seven, as well as someone who I have refereed. As I said earlier, for those of you that don't know, I referee wrestling here in England. So yeah, hang on, let me sort these out. Somebody who I've actually physically shared a ring with and refereed a match of hers, current TNA star, Harley Hudson. So yeah, the Liverpudlian herself. So yeah, personally, I think a very, very good box. And yeah, so this is the main one that they do. I'm gonna get a WrestleCrate Light with this month's order. Because I think this, with shipping, I think this ended up costing me, I think, £28.99p. So yeah, £28.99, I think. And then the WrestleCrate Lite, I think, is like an extra like 15 quid, £14.99 or £18.99, something like that, plus postage, I think. So yeah, I'll get that on top of this one, and then there's another wrestling box thing like that's every 2 months. This is continuously every month, but the other one I think is called Pro Wrestling Crate or something like that, which is every 2 months. So yeah, as I said, you know, I think this is definitely worth the money this month. And so these posters, you know, would have been, I'd probably say, you know, at least 5 to 10 quid each. You know, with the signatures, you know, I think Shawn Michaels and MJF would have been like a lot more than like a 5 to a tenner. I think the shirt probably, you know, would easily, you know, 15, 20 plus quid. Can't actually remember what fucking size they ordered either. But yeah, I'm missing a badge somewhere. So where the fuck did that go? Oh, it's there. Right. So yeah, and then obviously the ECW hat. Literally the only bit of ECW merch I actually own. So yeah, I shall very much be treasuring all these, as now I'm sort of starting to become a bit of a collector, shall we say, when it comes to wrestling memorabilia, wrestling merchandise and the like. And yeah, so sorry, that was just my Xbox. So I've got YouTube on in the background with the TV that my Xbox is connected to. It's what I always do, like whenever I'm live doing podcasts, just to make like the light, a bit better, because like the light is literally there and it doesn't do fuck all. So you guys can't see this ugly mug of what I call a face. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna now put all this away, and so I'm gonna do this every month now, as this is literally like the first WrestleCrate that I've actually ordered and brought. I have literally been meaning to subscribe to WrestleCrate for years, especially over COVID, right? And during the pandemic, right? I kept meaning to subscribe to it for literal months, right? Months and months and months. But I never did. Right? I kept saying that I would, right? I kept saying to myself, right, tomorrow I'm going to subscribe. Tomorrow I'm going to subscribe. Tomorrow I'm going to subscribe. Literally 5.5 years later, I've only just now subscribed to it and only just now got it. So the amount of stuff that I'd have like missed out on and everything, and so it would be a fair old bit of stuff. 5.5 years. That's like 60, 70, boxes worth, of it. But yeah. So as I say, like, I want to do this now, like every month. It'll probably be like the day of that it gets delivered, or like a day or two after the crate gets delivered to my house. I'll then so it'll probably be it'll get delivered, and then I'll put it out on like Facebook and everything to say that I'm going to do like the unboxing and what have you. Just to advertise it, if you want to call it that. And not gonna lie, as I said, very impressed with this. Very impressed with this, and I look forward to seeing what comes next, because from what it says on that little mini guide that it comes with, apparently next month's main poster thing, like signed poster thing, is going to be an AJ Lee. That'll be good. Hang on, puzzle back in the box. Get in there, you bastard. All right. Oh, bloody hell. Right. I just want to say congratulations to, well done to Richie Stoner for doing another very successful interview this past Monday with photographer Mason Howes as well. That's doing very well in terms of viewership here on YouTube this past Monday. And and also I'd like to take the time to also thank Mason for appearing here on the Nerdic Pro podcast this past Monday with Richie. And I just want to say thanks to Richie for organising that podcast as well. Richie will be back very soon here on the Nerdic Pro podcast to talk all things wrestling and nerd sort of crap again. Excuse me. And so anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic Pro podcast, I hope you all enjoyed that. My name has, as per usual, been Bobby effing Salastar, and I shall be seeing you all this coming Friday for this week's episode of Nerdic Pro Weekly. And I shall be seeing you all there. Thank you all very much for watching this WrestleCrate unboxing. I say unboxing, I already opened it before. I shall be seeing you all this coming Friday Thank you all very much for watching, and I shall be seeing you all later. Goodbye.